In this course, we define entrepreneurship and explore its application for managers. Entrepreneurship is the process of initiating a business, organizing the necessary resources, and assuming the associated risks and rewards. An entrepreneur recognizes a viable idea for a business product or service and carries it out by finding and assembling the necessary resources. Entrepreneurs also take the risks and reap the rewards of the business, assuming the financial and legal risks of ownership and receiving the business's profits. One study classified entrepreneurs in 5 categories. First, the idealists, who like the idea of working on something that's new, creative, and meaningful. Optimizers are rewarded by the personal satisfaction of being business owners. Sustainers like the chance to balance work and personal life. Hard workers enjoy putting in long hours and dedication to build a larger, more profitable business. And fifth and finally, jugglers, who like the chance that a small business gives them to handle everything themselves. A number of studies have investigated the characteristics of entrepreneurs and how they differ from successful managers in established organizations. There are 6 important traits associated with entrepreneurship. Let's take a look. These 6 traits of entrepreneurship are autonomy, sacrifice, energy, achievement, self-confidence, and control. In a survey of 2,000 entrepreneurs, the desire for autonomy was the primary motivator for pursuing an entrepreneurial life. Entrepreneurs driven by the desire for autonomy cherish the freedom of making their own decisions about their business. Because of this desire for independent planning and decision-making, these entrepreneurs may consider flying solo without partners or significant investors. Another common trait among entrepreneurs is the ability to preserve and stay positive after long periods of sacrifice and struggle. Most entrepreneurs are willing to give up valued aspects of their lives, such as time and money, for the sake of starting their own business. Entrepreneurship requires great effort. A survey of entrepreneurs found that 43% of small business owners work more than a regular 40-hour work week. 31% report working during holidays, and 13% say they regularly work more than 80 hours a week. Most entrepreneurs have a need for achievement, an individual characteristic meaning that a person is motivated to excel and will pick situations in which success is likely. People who have high achievement needs like to set their own goals, which are moderately difficult. High achievers also like to pursue goals for which they can obtain feedback about their success. Entrepreneurs must act decisively. They need confidence about their ability to master the day-to-day tasks of the business. They must feel sure about their ability to win customers, handle technical details, and keep the business moving. Entrepreneurs also have a general feeling of confidence that they can deal with anything in the future. Complex, unanticipated problems can be handled as they arise. Finally, entrepreneurs must be highly self-motivated. A person's locus of control defines whether an individual places the primary responsibility for his success and failures with himself or on outside forces. Characteristics common to entrepreneurs include the ability to persevere through sacrifice and struggle, a high energy level, self-confidence, a need to achieve, and strong internal locus of control. A business plan is a document specifying the details of the business. Studies showed that businesses with a carefully thought-out, written business plan are much more likely to succeed than those without one. The details of a business plan will vary, but successful business plans generally share several characteristics. They typically do the following: demonstrate a clear and compelling vision that creates an air of excitement, provide clear and realistic financial projections, profile potential customers and the target market, include detailed information about the industry and competitors, provide evidence of an effective entrepreneurial management team, pay attention to good formatting and clear writing, keep the plan short, no more than 50 pages, highlight critical risks that may threaten the business, spell out the sources and uses of startup funds and operating funds, and capture the reader's interest with a killer summary. To understand business plans, you need to understand the three basic choices of legal structures for businesses: the proprietorship, partnership, and corporation. A sole proprietorship is an unincorporated, for-profit business owned by an individual. This form is popular because it's easy to start and has few legal requirements. A proprietor has total ownership and control of the organization and can make any and all decisions without consulting anyone. However, this type of organization also has its drawbacks. The owner has unlimited liability for the business, meaning that if someone sues, the owner's personal as well as business assets are at risk. Also, financing can be harder to obtain because business success rests on one person's shoulders. A partnership is also an unincorporated business owned by two or more people. Partnerships like proprietorships are relatively easy to start. Two friends may reach an agreement to start a graphics arts company. To avoid misunderstandings and to make sure the business is well planned, it's wise to draw up and sign a formal partnership agreement with the help of an attorney. The agreement specifies how parties are to share responsibilities and resources and how they will contribute their expertise. The disadvantages of partnerships are the unlimited liability of the partners and disagreements that commonly occur. Finally, a corporation is an artificial entity created by the state and existing apart from its owners. As a separate legal entity, the corporation is liable for its actions and must pay taxes on its income. Unlike other forms of ownership, the corporation has a legal life of its own. It continues to exist regardless of whether the owners live or die. And the corporation, not the owners, is liable if the company gets sued. Thus, continuity and limits on owners' liability are two principal advantages of forming a corporation. The major disadvantage of the corporation is that it's expensive and complex due to all the paperwork required to incorporate the business and to keep records required by law. Regardless of legal structure, businesses with carefully written business plans are more likely to succeed than those without such plans.